Good evening and welcome to a new episode of your daily life show, Hala Kuwait. My name is Rita Abdon. I'll be your host for this evening's episode. Of course, this episode will include several reports that our hardworking team has prepared, as well as interview segments with our guests in the studio, specifically focusing on table arrangements and cooking. All of that and more after review our first report for tonight on the 7th International Conference on Research and Development of Energy. Stay tuned.
Hello there, dear viewers. Welcome to Hala Kuwait Report. My name is Abdulaziz Darwish, and this report will gonna see all the daily events and activities of the state of Kuwait. Today we're covering inside Jaber Ahmed Cultural Center in the 7th Conference on the Energy Research and Development. Stay tuned.
شرفت في تمثيل سمو ولي العهد في المؤتمر الدولي السابع للطاقة. هذا المؤتمر طبعا يرتكز على أبحاث الطاقة بشكل عام والاهتمام بالبحث العلمي، وطبعا يبين أن الدولة فعلا مهتمة في جانب البحث العلمي وهو ركيزة أساسية في خطة التنمية للدولة. وقضية الطاقة هي قضية جوهرية في استراتيجية الدولة بشكل عام، وبشكل خاص أن الطاقة البديلة والطاقة المتجددة، وإن شاء الله بإذن الله احنا نتطلع لهذه النتائج. هذا المؤتمر طبعا يبين الشراكة المجتمعية بين جامعة الكويت وبين جمعية المهندسين جمعيات النفع العام، واحنا نتمنى أن يكون هذه الشراكة يعني تكون دائمة بين المجتمع المدني وبين القطاع الحكومي.
The organization is established in 2015 and the aim of spreading the awareness in manufacturing and technology and chapter of Society of Manufacturing Engineer Global in USA, which was established in 1932. That makes it the leader in manufacturing and technology in the world. The benefits from the conference are getting knowledge about the top technologies in renewable energy, which is in alignment with Society of Manufacturing Engineers that we do every year. We have an event called CRE, Kuwait Renewable Energy Event. So this event is in alignment with the objectives of that event, and we are happy in Kuwait that we are seeing more events in renewable energy covering the full spectrum, not just solar energy. Now we have wind energy, biotech and others. Also, we are happy to know that we have one of Kuwaitis. He's a startup in solar panel manufacturing in Kuwait. So these events are a good opportunity for researchers, businessmen to see opportunities for renewable energy in the region as well. Renewable energy events and events related to environment in general get a vital and hype nowadays because the key performance index signs of the global warming and the animal life. So seeing these many attendees in these events, it's a good sign of awareness, and people are happy to share knowledge and share experiences. Many people, even not experts, they have their own personal stories about this, and it's very interesting to see these stories coming live.
There is a lot of attendees here in the event. We have today the Converse of Developing Energy, and we have a lot of key speakers from several countries. The conference will take place in 3 days, starting today, tomorrow and the day after, from 9 to 5:30.
Dear viewers, we have been joined in the studio by our guest for tonight's episode, Miss Miltam Salmin, food and table stylist, who of course will be talking to us about table arrangements and also cooking. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you for inviting.
Thank you so much. To start off, can you tell us about who you are, what did you study, and what do you do for a living?
Okay, my name is Meltem Salmi. I was born and raised in Turkey.
Yes.
I got my education in University Missouri Columbia, Fine Arts and Graphic Design. I'm a businesswoman as well as a chef. I arrange cooking classes and table settings.
Amazing. So table settings, I would say we don't see a lot of people do that. How did you get into that, and how did table arrangements in general come into real life with you?
It started as a child. My mother used to do special occasions, and she used to create table settings and table arrangements. So during that time, we were able to learn different settings, and then she used to design food. And she becomes a food stylist. So that's how I get my inspirations from my mom.
Beautiful. So you really put in cooking and the arrangements together.
Yes, I did. My cooking classes, it's started with arrangements. This is my signature.
Okay.
So people got inspired for that, and they keep asking me, how did I design this? How did I arrange this? And they keep asking me. So it made me realize that people do prefer have their table settings, and when they eat the food, they prefer to have the nicest presentation. That it really helps the food to be exposed in a nicer way for the viewers and the people.
Yes, it could really elevate a dinner.
Yes.
And take it to another level.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So what is the connection between the classes you give for cooking? Because you've mentioned that you started out with cooking, let's say. So the connection between cooking and table arrangements?
Cooking and table arrangements, they're going side to side. It's, as I said, it's a signature for me.
Yes.
So as an artist, we all learned to how to be creative. I want to tell you a little story about my childhood.
Of course.
When I was a kid, I used to want to have new things like everybody else. So I used to ask my mom, can you help me please? I want the new stuff. She says to me, why you need a new stuff where you can create your own, whatever you have, and create a new stuff and make it brand new.
Yes.
So I said, okay, why not? And then decided to using everything in my house and creating different table arrangements. So that inspired me a lot through the time that I was doing the cooking classes, and it was amazing, and it gives me inspiration as an artist.
That's amazing. So you had a push from your family to do something with what you already had, and to really get into this creative mindset early on.
Yes, exactly. It was just raising in an artist family. It helped me a lot, and it had a different view to seeing things differently. Yeah,
of course. That's an amazing story. Can you tell us about the kitchen events that you hold at your own house? What do you benefit from such events, and are they different from your cooking classes?
Yes. Basically, when I decided to have cooking classes, I didn't want it to have a regular cooking classes like everybody else. I just wanted to create a new atmosphere by designing tables as well as designing my kitchen while I'm doing the cooking classes. So when you come to my kitchen, basically what you see is full of vegetables and fruits will be laying in front of you. You have an amazing cutting boards, and then you will be as a chef that's standing there and explaining with details. So behind every cooking, I have a story. So what I'm doing is I'm creating your grandmother's recipe back up out of their drawers and back to life. So that was my purpose to do. So putting in the table together, it was a combination of new concept of cooking and table designing.
And I think that would attract a lot of people because it's not your usual, very typical traditional cooking class, we could say.
Yes, that's true. And what we do is like, I open my house, total strangers.
Completely.
Completely, and they will be entering my house. They will see the homey atmosphere, and you're able to cook so much more stuff. And you spend time, and you get to learn the culture that we are cooking. For example, if I am cooking Thai food, I will have a chef from Thailand, and then she will be able to help me to create the table for the flag of Thailand or the colors of Thailand, and then we will do a small decoration ornaments in the middle of the table and the typical food of Thailand.
That's amazing.
So that will be able to give us the opportunity to learn another culture, as well as you sitting with total strangers and connecting people together.
Right, that's
That was my
amazing.
first.
And the fact that you're into collaborating with other chefs, I think is also great. How did the collaboration start? How did you get that idea?
It started as we were gathering with friends, and I was very much into cooking.
Yes.
And so I asked it and requested my friends that can we do something like this? Let's bring the different cultures into one roof, and we can able to show what we can capable of doing. As I am Turkish, I used to do Turkish food,
Of course.
and as all my friends that they will be Indian, Thai, all kinds of food, and the decoration as well.
Perfect. So we're going to come back and talk more about the table arrangements. But dear viewers, first we're going to take a really fast break, and we'll be back with Miss Miltim Salmin. Dear viewers, we are back with Miss Miltim Salmin, of course, a food and table stylist who will be talking to us more about the subject. So right before we went on break, we were talking about the different chefs you worked with. How long have you been doing this, the cooking classes and table arrangements, and how long have you worked with different chefs? Because I'm sure it's different every time.
Yeah, I've been doing this for over 2 years. And of course, before I had my own occasions and stuff like that, I used to do table designing. And yes, I do work with different chefs, and each time it will give you different view of what we do and how we learn about the new culture. That's the amazing part of the cooking classes and arrangements we do with the chefs.
Right.
Yeah.
So when it comes to table arrangements, what's the process? What are the main things that you would need to set up a beautiful table?
Okay, first of all, you need to think about what's the concept, what do you want to offer for your guests,
Okay.
what do you want to balance, and to get to know your guests, what they like. And afterwards, you will design a table, whatever is available in your house. You don't need to go buy new things or create new things. You can go search in the internet most of the time and get some ideas. You can put them all together. The most important part of it is of course, there's rules and regulations on the table.
Perfect.
Settings like plates and forks and silverwares. That has to be a certain way.
Yes.
So if you want to have a normal occasion, you will be creating an informal table settings. When you want to make it a special occasion table settings, it will be comes with many forks and knives. That will be different. And the centerpiece is where you come and creative.
Okay.
So what you can do, you can get ideas from different places, but you can create your own, whatever is available in your house.
So you don't always have to go out and buy like a whole new table setting.
Just the simple napkin designing, how you present your plates and how you design your food. Even the food designing is very important.
Of course.
So it will not only pleases your stomach as well as it pleases your eyes.
Right.
So we usually eat with our eyes first.
Yes.
Then we will eat with food. You know, so
Perfect.
it has to be nice to the eyes.
That's true. It has to look
Yeah.
good and appetizing
Yeah.
to start with. So is it hard to get into, do you need a special technique or taste or even study a certain course to be able to do table arrangements, or does it just come with experience?
You can get trainings, you can get, but now we have the technology, everybody able to learn things easily from
Right.
the internet. But if you have a little bit artistic touch of yourself, and you can able to present your table and you can
Of
decorate.
course.
So the most important thing is the symmetric, how it looks to your eyes. So when you are displaying your products and your what you call
On the table, we can say.
Yeah, on the table. You will take a picture.
Right.
And when you take a picture, you will see where is the parts that you need to be
Yes.
adjusted. It should have a harmony. So the whole table should have a harmony.
Like everything needs to make sense that's on the
Yes,
table.
exactly.
Of course.
Color coordination is depending on the food you're gonna eat, what you wanna prefer. Preferably, usually I use a plain white tablecloth,
Yes.
and then I will accessorize on the top of it with different colors.
You will go from there.
Yes.
So right before we end today's interview, just one final question. When it comes to designing your table, what do you go on by the occasion or by the food you are serving?
They go side to side, but of course it takes more the occasion.
Yes.
It's very important, depending on holiday seasons and all types of events that you are planning, birthday parties, of course. Occasion comes first, but the food is a very big part of it too.
Of course,
you can't
goes
separate
hand in
them
hand.
both. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all the advice you gave us today, especially that the holiday season is coming up and we're all going to have guests over all the time.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Pleasure
for
to have you
inviting
with us.
Thank you.
Thanks. We had with us Miss Meltem Salmin, food and table stylist, and now we'll move on to our next report covering the traditional South Korean art exhibition.
Hello there, dear viewers. Welcome to Hala Kuwait Report. My name is Abdulaziz Darwish, and this report we're going to see all the daily events and activities of our beloved country, state of Kuwait. Today we're covering inside Abdullah Salam Cultural Center to focus on more about the South Korean Cultural Festival exhibition. Stay tuned.
Before I coming here, already Kuwait and Korea had a very strong relationship in economic spheres. And what I'm trying to do is actually expanding our ties into new areas, not just economics, but also culture, exchange of people, or sports event and cultural event. So last week, we organized another sports event at the American University of Middle East. The Gukyeon Taekwondo, Korean martial art team came to Korea, had a wonderful demonstration. Korean people loved it. And this time I'm trying to bring paintings. Also, next time I'm thinking about is that cooperation between academia, university in Kuwait and universities in Korea can sit down together and also bring more people to communicate and get to know each other. And I continue my job to expand our ties, new areas. And thank you very much for covering this, our efforts of the embassy in this regard. And thank you very much, Kuwait TV.
This exhibition shows the Korean traditional art pieces and paintings. And then the special thing about it is that it is painted on the actual roof tiles. And roof tiles are taken from an old temple, and it is more than 500 years old. So isn't it amazing? So I'm very happy to show Kuwaiti people that the Korean essence of Korean traditional culture through these pictures.
To be honest, it is my first time getting introduced to this artist, but I find her very, harmonizing to this Kuwait, to his Kuwaiti culture, in the way that the colors are very subtle and mild, but at the same time very bold, which I find the aesthetics in Kuwait. And I think at that point, we, Korea and Kuwait, I think we are really be friends. I think we both like that type of style, so I find it very fascinating and very happy to see that works in Kuwait. Yeah, as a Korean, it's a special moment. So first of all, I am holding this beautiful fan. So as you can see, she is a traditional Asian painter. And this material, someone asked about the material, and it's handmade paper, and the stick is from bamboo. So this is a very typical way of making beautiful fans. Yeah, so she does this Korean traditional art. So it may seem very similar to Western art, which is similar at some points, but if you see this artwork in the back, you can see a lot of paper going on, and so we do a lot of handmade papers, as you can see. And color-wise, there are 5 colors in Korea. We call it the five colors, which is red, yellow, blue, white, and black. And you can see that you can feel that the mixture of these 5 major colors. Yeah. So and the the flag, it's red, green, and white and black. Yeah. So you can see why Kuwait and Korea, it's just a great opportunity to celebrate this 40th diplomatic. The friendship occasion. Yeah, it's just amazing. It's really amazing to see and find amazing friends on the other side of the world. Yeah, so Koreans, we are very happy to be here, and we're just fascinated by this cultural events this year. And yeah, and actually, AUK students, they actually produce some projects related to Asian culture, and even one of the students' graduate projects was to point out to the similarities between the two countries. Yeah, and actually she published this book, meaning there are many things that are very similar to each other. Yeah, so I hope this diplomatic relationship would grow even better, and so we can do like win-win as well as have like good friends. Yeah.
Dear viewers, we are back and we're gonna cut to our next report on the World Diabetes Open Day at Dasman Diabetes Institute. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Dasman Diabetes Institute. This is the World Diabetes Day, and we are very much thankful for the media to really start raising the awareness. As probably you know that the diabetes prevalence in type 2 in Kuwait is about 20%. So that's really scary because 1 in 5 of us will have diabetes in the future of type 2 diabetes. So such an events of World Diabetes Days, campaigns, media will really help us to raise the awareness. This year the theme is the family and diabetes, and that's really important. So we raise the awareness within the family that they will start noticing what are the symptoms and signs of diabetes so they can support the people who have diabetes and also prevent diabetes.
Today, the World Diabetes Day. This is very important to make awareness for the people, for the diabetes, how to manage diabetes, how to deal with diabetes. And here in Dasman, as a clinical skills center, we are conducting so many courses for simulation courses that required for the medical students and all healthcare providers. This course is certified from American Heart Association, CPR, first aid, and BLS, basic life support, and advanced life support.
Zumba Fitness accepted me as an education specialist, and I start developing this program in Russia. So I live in UK, but every month, maybe twice a month, I fly to Moscow, St. Petersburg to conduct instructor training. So we started from zero. It was very hard because it's unusual, it's different. People not used to the style and the way we teach Zumba fitness classes, because any regular fitness instructor come to the class and explain to people what they need to do. In Zumba class, everything is like a party atmosphere. Instructor connect with people by using the signals with their hands. We call this non-verbal cueing. Exactly. Yeah. We connect with students by using hands, showing them signals, which way to go, how many steps, which kind of leg goes first, and stuff like that. And it's so simple, there is no need to explain anything, it's very easy to show. Thank you so much, and thank you KDTV for this opportunity to spread a word of love and a happy movement of Zumba.
Dear viewers, our next report is about the press conference announcing Kuwait International Book Fair. This exhibition is the largest cultural event organized by the National Council for Culture, Arts and Literature annually. So let's cut to the report.
Thank you and welcome to join us today in the National Council for Culture. Actually, we are going to present our book fair number 44 next Wednesday. Actually, we are going to invite more than 500 authority of book fair, and starting with 30 countries involving with the culture matter. We will be grateful under coming for Prime Minister and the Ministry of Information, Mohammed Al-Jabri, and we're glad to have multi-activities for kids and book fair, and so far we just would like to invite our people to join us in this great day. Thank you.
We are delighted to introduce the book fair in its 44th year, organized by the National Council for Culture and Arts and Letters. And this year, the book fair had more than 300 book organization participating in the book fair itself from different countries, Arabic and European countries, plus the GCC countries. There is lots of workshops, training courses that are organized for different segments of audience, kids, youth, and more than that. We are so pleased to introduce this book fair for 10 days from November 20th till November 30th. It will be in Mishrif, so please stay tuned and come and join us morning and evening events.
Dear viewers, for our final report this evening, we will be viewing a report on the 31st anniversary of Declaration of the Independence Day of Palestine.
We are celebrating today the 31st anniversary of the Declaration of Independence for the State of Palestine, which has been taken place in Algeria in 1988. This occasion transferred the Palestinian cause from revolution to the status of state, where it was a great turnover for the Palestinian cause. We are celebrating this occasion here in Kuwait, the country, beloved country for the Palestinian people that embraced the Palestinian leadership, the Palestinian people, since the very early of the last century. I would like to congratulate ourselves, congratulate the Palestinian people, and wish Kuwait all the best under the umbrella of His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Jabir Sabah. God preserve him and protect him. Thank you.
Dear viewers, we have reached the end of tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed the interview segments that majorly focused on table arrangements and cooking, as well as our various reports that always aim to keep you updated on the latest events here in Kuwait. Please tune in tomorrow again at 6 p.m. for an all-new episode. Thank you for joining us, and until we see you next time, have a wonderful evening. Good night.